Brendon, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is your fourth fight. The
Yes,
first time I interviewed you, you said this was gonna be one and done.
I know. I know. Um, Now, in fairness to me, the only reason I did the second one was because I didn't get to fight my first opponent, right? But then after that, it became do it for a cause, raise money for a friend, and then this one, do it for a cause, raise money for a friend. So unless it's for something like that, I don't think, I can do it. But if it's justified raising money for someone, I feel like it's a worthwhile
What
thing
was
to
the
do.
cause this time?
So my friend Tim, who I worked with, coached with for 6 years, I've been friends with him for 15 years, but he had a stroke a couple years ago, and he's a young guy, and has 4 little kids, and he's still struggling to rehab. Like walks with a cane, has difficulty, fine motor skills, and is really battling through rehab, and he's got 4 kids, all 6 and under. So it's just to try and raise a few bucks for him, and not that he would never ask for it, but I just feel like even if he can take his kids and his wife, kind of do something fun with them, it's worth doing it. So
Awesome. Now, through these fights, are you more of a striker or a ground?
oh, definitely more of a grappler. I planned actually to strike a little bit tonight because I've been working on it a lot. But then he actually surprised me a little. I finally saw a clip of his first fight, and he was kind of like moving sideways a lot, sort of tentative with his strikes. He came out right away with a head kick today. I was like, oh, that was surprising. Then he threw another one. So I said, screw it. I'm just going to try and take him down because I don't really kick very much. So I'm more of a puncher, but his range was going to be too long. But my takedown, so I just kind of rushed in. I don't even want to look at the video because I could tell in my brain as I was doing it that it looked awful and sloppy, but we got the job done. We got to the ground. So once it was to the ground, I was pretty confident I'd be able to take control of the fight and win it from there. But I still made a couple little technical mistakes on the ground, but I felt like I was much better than him there, so it was fine.
So you were happy? Were you happy with the striking, or did you want to submit him?
Well, no, I mean, I ended up finishing with strikes on the ground, but I don't care how it finishes. But I was planning to stand a little bit more, so I'm disappointed I didn't get to do that. But at the end of the day, you get in there and instincts take over. I always tell everyone my grappling is not good, but my striking is even worse. So grappling is just the path of least resistance. So again, plan to strike, but the plan doesn't always work out. So we went to the ground pretty quickly, but no damage, all good, worked out.
Awesome. So we look forward to seeing you for your next cause.
And yeah. If there's another one, I'm sure I'll find a way. They asked me in there. I said it's the last one till the next one. So
Exactly.
came out like I said, little glove touch. Gary's a super nice guy, by the way. The plan was to kind of bring him in. Thought he was going to maybe throw like a little lazy jab or something, counter it with the right hand, but instead he threw a head kick right away. Thankfully, my hands were up, didn't really land, but then he threw another kick. I feel like it was kind of like this height. Can't really remember. Then at that point, it's like, he's pretty long. So I said, screw it. I'm going to close the distance. Kind of pushed him to the cage. Really sloppy single leg attempt to start, but I connected my hands, eventually dragged him down, and then kind of pulled him away from the cage. Got to side. Didn't do too much from there. A couple little, tiny baby rabbit punches. And then I never mount, but he was kind of giving me knee on belly, so I took it. Had his arm trap for an arm triangle, which I also never do because I'm terrible at those. Started to go over for it, but I felt him trying to roll me, so I just went back into mount, and then from there just caught him with a pretty good right hand. Another decent one. He was just covering up, so he was throwing some hammer fists, and I could hear the ref telling him to defend himself, so I knew he would stop it if I just kept throwing. But I think a couple of them landed pretty good. The rest may have been deflected a bit, but he was just kind of covering up, so ref has to stop it at that point.
Is the OG belt now. Is that something you want to fight for in the future?
First of all, that's pro, so no. And as I told someone who had asked me last week, I have absolutely no business fighting for any belt whatsoever in any of this. I'm in no way at that level of whatever. Unless there's most likely to die of a heart attack or injure themselves in the cage, I could fight for that belt. But otherwise, I know what I am. I don't pretend like I'm awesome at this or I'm some tough guy. I am what I am. I do this for fun as a hobby and now to raise money for people. So, I like it. I enjoy it. I know for a fact that my 2 sons are already better than me at this, and they're 13 and 14. So, yeah, I'm not fighting for any belts. No way. Absolutely not.
And what's your favorite meal to have after a fight?
Say that again?
What's your favorite meal to have after a fight?
I mean, I'll eat whatever you put in front of me, but let's see. Tonight, I don't know what I'm going to eat, actually. I never go to the after party, but I promised a couple of my friends I would at least stop there tonight. So whatever they have over there, I'm going to eat whatever they have. Whatever they recommend is what I'm going to have. But then I'm probably going to eat until I fall asleep and eat cookies in my bed. So,
I bet the pizza's pretty good there.
all right, I'll try the pizza. That works for me.
Congratulations.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I think I lost my